Look, it's the same two lights that are on. Okay, I've got Franklin in this. Well, both the other players are still there. So I can properly organise them. Like, they literally haven't moved. Look, there's Franklin on the egg. He won't move.
Nothing's gonna happen.
Okay, here we are.
What is that though?
So from here. Can I have another one?
Oh.
Oops. So from here. Can I have another one?
Oh. Go.
Oops.
No wait. 3, 2, 1. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24,
Go.
25, 26, 27, 28.
No wait. 3,
29,
2, 1. Go.
30. Yes.
1, 2, 3,
Shut up, Tyler.
4, 5. Do you think I should swap Trevor and Michael?
What, as in who should lead youth?
You tried to fuck with me, T. Can we grab a drink? I can. Alright, see you later.
Try and make sure
They don't interrupt.
Franklin's on the egg.
Oh, hey, Mike.
Not anymore.
Hey, some other time. See you later.
Can I finish it or? Yeah? Sure. To be honest, I do have like 4 sausages, so you can probably have 1 or 2.
Wow, Franklin's walked in now.
Can I finish it or? Yeah? Sure. To be honest, I do have like 4 sausages, so you can probably have 1 or 2.
Look where Trevor just went. Wow, Franklin's walked in now.
Oh yeah, you can see this hashtag for the fire that was in West London. You could see the smoke so well from here. It just went up. To be honest, I do have like 4 sausages, so you can probably have 1. Anyone's watching this. I hope you paid your money.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't really know what to do now. Got them all on there. Michael walked off.
That explains why there's no jetpack yet.
Oh, what? Oh, neither of them are staying put anymore.
Oh, my nipple show. What's going on, everyone?
It's fine.
If you're watching, I feel sorry for you. That's what we're going to do.
Well, we are going. Oh, my days. Oh, it's not happening anymore. Look, there is Michael.
Are you stalking me, kid? Can we go get a drink or something? Yeah. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, wow.
What?
You can actually shoot Michael.
Is that the... Look, watch.
Say hi to Carla.
Hi.
Have you ever met Carla?
No. Look. Whenever the pointer was actually on Michael, I wasn't allowed to shoot.
Mm.
But whenever it was slightly off,
Mm.
that's when you could.
Should we listen to some trippy commentaries? FPS Jack. This live stream is done. Going on, everyone. Listening to trippy commentaries. Forehead. Look at my forehead.
Wait, what's that?
The jetpack. Let's see. It's a nice picture. Oh, isn't that the Hollywood sign? Yeah, it's the Hollywood sign. Vinewood, should I say?
Did Rockstar release all those cheats?
Yeah.
Because I doubt someone could have worked on that.
I'm sure over time people would, just by trying things out.
Imagine if after all this time, it's actually just a cheat code that makes the jetpack just a
Oh
thing.
my day. Do you want to listen to something to do with the jetpack or something else trippy? Proof of aliens on NASA live stream. Chiliad. Oh, web. We've done that one. Searching the power station. Might as well listen.
Well, that dog just resurrected. There.
Yo, 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 what's up, guys? Welcome to the live stream. Thank you guys for joining up here on Twitch and, of course, Trippy Commentaries. This is going to be a pretty cool live stream. What we're going to do is head to the Palmer-Taylor Power Station. You guys might want to check out the latest Fearless Force video. He broke down a bunch of new things that he wanted to get off his mind when it comes to the Chiliad mystery. And one thing he mentioned was the Palmer-Taylor Power Station, and that it might look like a jetpack. That's an interesting thought. I'm not too sure if I agree with him, but we are going to head to the Palmer-Taylor Power Station now and do some exploring. I did want to check the area for some spider webs. We are looking for some more hidden spider webs. We did a live stream last night where we searched in many of the key locations around Mount Chiliad. Unfortunately, we were unsuccessful. I really thought there was a chance we might be able to find a new one. It did not happen. So we'll check the Palmer-Taylor Power Station. It's not on Mount Chiliad, but it's still very suspicious because it's never really a location you have to go to. I mean, there is a couple missions, one pretty big one towards the end of the game. But another thing we want to do there is search for Group 6 cameras. We found Group 6 cameras in many of the more important locations. And one place we have yet to look is the Grand Theft Auto 5 huge power station, the Palmer-Taylor Power Station. Here it is, guys. We have our Group 6 truck. Let's go check it out. Of course, if you want us to check out anything in particular, just let us know in the chat. I'm RJ, and I do have Trippy Madison here, keeping an eye on everything for you guys. Let's explore the power station and see if we can find some security cameras. You have to think that there's probably some security cameras in here, right, Madison?
There has to be. I mean,
must be dealing with some strong explosives, maybe some electricity. Smoke break out here.
I know. You would think they wouldn't be smoking around large explosives, but
Yeah, I think here, a little tunnel area, guys. I have not searched the power station in quite a long time. We had a couple theories involving the power station a long time ago. There's actually a red lightning bolt found on a box, which is, it kind of stands out. So we tried to land the space doctor and even get struck by lightning on top of it. We did not prevail, but I still think that there might be something to this place. We have here storage of flammable gases. No naked sites. What? That's weird.
wait, what is that? No naked. Does that say sites? Are you sure?
I guess no naked lights. No smoking. So
Well, that's a good.
at least these guys aren't smoking. Oh, sorry guys, I wasn't gonna shoot you. They're all running to the hills.
That's one way to enforce no smoking.
Yeah, 50 cal sniper. Okay, so still no cameras. Let's keep it moving. That was an interesting sign. To look for spider webs here at the Palmer Taylor Power Station. They only spawn between 1 and 2, so when it gets closer to 1 o'clock, then we'll certainly concentrate our efforts there. And obviously, maybe that's when you can share your thoughts on what you think about the. Yo, welcome to to get into. So welcome to the paranormal news. First of all, we got to start in West Virginia. We have a witness stating that they saw a triangle UFO that contained a black hole. This is the first time for us here on the show. We have yet to cover a UFO that creates a black hole. This is crazy. And the black hole was actually seen in the center of the UFO itself in the night sky. It must have looked extremely trippy. Their quote was, the solid white light formed the 3 points of a triangle at first, and then the faint outline of a structure between the points was barely visible. There's not much you can say to explain this one, Mikey. A black hole in a UFO.
Well, what kind of black hole? Like just like a legitimate, like in the universe type black hole, or
Considering it was at night,
I'm like sucking stuff into it?
Yeah, I doubt that very highly, because there's really nothing to suck unless they got a bird in there.
We've already talked about, right now that our own government has been trying to kind of create a black hole. So maybe this technology already, and these aliens have the secrets to that.
That makes sense.
And that would make sense with time travel as well.
Yeah, basically, this is one of those situations where the witness saw the lights completely illuminated, and they started to fade away with the black hole going on in the middle of the thing. Very intense. Here's another quote here. There appeared to be, at one point, a large dark hole in the center of the object. I observed it for in excess of 45 minutes as it slowly moved away.
Let me ask a question here to you guys, because this is my problem with a lot of this stuff that I've been hearing lately with a lot of these, people seeing stuff. I mean, we live in the age now of smartphones. Every motherfucker has a phone that's got a camera on it. Why are they not getting shots of this stuff? Like, I'm sorry, but the first time I see something like that, my phone is like already out, and I'm recording right away, like what I'm seeing. Why don't these people have any video evidence?
A lot of times you have the video evidence came back and it's at nighttime, so it doesn't even help. Our cameras on the phones are not nearly powerful enough to catch something so far away and so dark. You normally have to have it at the, of course, the middle of the day when it's bright as hell, and if it's far away, unless you got one of those phones with a crazy zoom gimmick feature, then you're not going to be able to capture it all unless you got an actual
I'd still
camera.
film something, even if it was a little dot moving around on my phone.
Yeah.
I'm still filming it.
We do have a picture here that they posted, but as I said, it's from a phone, so you really can't even see anything. It's just like a nice picture in the middle of the day. In fact, they posted a bunch of them, but nothing that we can really make out. Perhaps if we had some kind of Photoshop technology where we can zoom in.
Now my other question is, what are these UFOs doing? Every time we hear about a UFO, it's just flying. Like, what is it doing? They just fly around and just keep flying.
That's one of the ultimate questions.
We never really anybody talk about, UFO stopped and then like stuff came out of it, or it's just it was moving erratically and then it disappeared. Like,
that's a good question.
I have heard
stuff came out of it.
I have heard stories of UFOs stopping in the middle of the woods and landing.
Oh yeah,
I've heard of all sorts of different things. So it's really,
but we have never seen that. That's what I'm saying. Like, we've seen some things that look like UFOs, but they're just moving, they're flying, they're moving. Never really seen anything like that. One just staying there, not moving at all.
I've never seen it, personally myself.
And that's a good question, because it's like, if they traveled all this way just to get to Earth, and why the hell are they just flying about in the sky? A lot of times just, not even in one straight line. It's like they're doing a crescent route, like for no reason.
They don't need us, first of all, because obviously they're way more advanced than we are, unless their planet is being destroyed or already is destroyed.
Well,
if that was the case, there'd be a lot of aliens coming over here to, taking over right now.
And the one thing I'll point out is the main thing you can say they might be doing if they're just floating with no means. Maybe they're observing us, because I don't have any other theory, Rasco.
I think another theory that I have is that they are in another dimension right now, and we can only see them at certain times. Like their dimension is overlapped on our dimension.
Well, then let me ask you this, Matt. If that's the case, which I've thought before, then that still doesn't explain why they're flying in an indirect fashion, or they're just doing strange ambient-like things.
They're trying to get our attention so that we can maybe help them out, because they're screwed in their own dimension.
Good take.
What about this though? What about this? What if the reason we're only seeing them flying around, like you said, they're scouting out? Maybe the rest of them are on their way here. It just takes that long for them to get here. So right now in the moment, we're starting to see more of them because more of their scouts are getting here. No, because everyone's thinking, oh, I mean, if there's here, there'd be a ton of them. They'd be attacking us. Maybe they are. Maybe it's just taking, from wherever they're coming from, it's taking long, quite a while. I mean, you think space travel, 100 years in space, even if you're traveling at the light of speed, is not that far.
It's true.
And if you're talking about in the universe with galaxies, it takes forever. So maybe they're already on their way. These ones that are here took off a long time ago, and eventually
We're making our way.
This live stream.
Thank you guys for joining up with the live stream here, checking out the main bank. And we'll see what this is all about. A lot of people believe that this is the fountain